So I'll come over to basic info page 3. Let's take street address. Let's come in here and put in an address. So I put in an address. So as soon as I click save on this, what I want to point out is that the system is going to dynamically generate the lat and long. Okay, now our system is linked to the Google database. We use Google for our matching features. Whether you have purchased our mapping add-on feature, we're automatic on a lat and long every single address that you put into the system. Okay, so now that I've got this address in here, I'm going to map it to show you the mapping feature. Okay, if I had hydrants loaded into the system, when I click hydrants, it'll overlay them, and they'll be color-coded on the NFP flow test. So based on this address, there is a hydrant that's relatively nearby, but it's currently untested. If it was out of service, it would have an X in it. Now, if I switch to satellite view, I can zoom in on this particular address. Now, Google is just going to lat and long the actual address, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's where an incident actually occurred on that physical piece of property. So let's say, for example, at this address, there happened to have been a fire or some incident on this property, let's say over by this outbuilding. So I can move the pin to exactly where that building is, click OK, and click Save, and it's going to automatically recalculate the lat and long to where I moved that pin to. Now that becomes pretty powerful, not just for incidents on properties, but when you start mapping specifically where you have MVAs at intersections. So you can start actually pinpointing exactly where accidents are occurring at intersections, and over time you can go back and map all those incidents and see if there's a pattern that's developed. So I'm going to come down here and add the rest of this. The city and county code is not normally it's not a required NFIRS code set, but it's configured in this demo account. So now that I've moved on, you'll notice as I go along, these lights are all turning green.